Baboon versus lion. Savage, brutal survival clash on the African Savanna. This is Africa. It is a continent where the existence of every living organism is determined by direct interaction between predators and prey. On this land, survival is not a stable condition, but the outcome of continuous pressure between biological needs and environmental limits. The savanna spreads into wide bands of dry grassland that extend to the horizon and create an open space that remains dangerous. The surface of the plains is covered with scattered shrubs. This place is not only a vast grassland, it is a complex ecosystem in which every species, from the smallest insects to apex predators, performs a defined role within the food chain. The removal of any single link alters the balance of the entire system. Above the ground, scavenging birds hold aerial positions and circle widely while waiting for signals from below. Every movement within this space reflects the interdependence among species that share the same environment. Within tall grass on the savanna, a female leopard moves close to the ground at a slow and controlled pace. Her body outline is broken by a pattern of spots that reduces visibility even under full daylight. Two cubs follow behind the adult with unsteady movement. They stop frequently to scan their surroundings, which indicates limited experience in identifying threats. The leopard is the most solitary large cat species in Africa. There is no pride structure, and no male participates in guarding territory or raising cubs. As the adult leopard advances, another movement appears near ground level in the vegetation. An African rock python longer than 10 feet moves slowly beneath dry leaves with minimal sound. Its presence shows that danger on the savanna does not come only from fast-moving predators. Dawn is not strong enough to fully remove the remaining cold from the night. Light wind causes grass blades to move and conceals small motions behind them. In dry environments, silence often coincides with heightened biological activity. At the center of the field, a herd of impala grazes with elevated alertness. Their ears change direction continuously, while their eyes scan open gaps between shrubs. On the savanna, threats rarely approach in a straight line. At a short distance, the female leopard reduces the gap using slow and even steps. She has not secured prey for many hours, which increases energy demand. However, protection of cubs remains the primary factor guiding each movement. A young impala is identified as a suitable target. The animal stands away from the center of the herd, which reduces group protection. The distance between predator and target decreases under favorable wind conditions. The attack occurs briefly and ends quickly. The prey is pulled into dense vegetation to limit visibility from a distance. On the savanna, possession of prey rarely lasts long. A shift in wind direction carries the scent of blood through dry, heated air. This signal rapidly attracts scavengers moving from farther locations. From the horizon, hyenas appear in groups and use numerical advantage. They approach in an organized manner and recognize that a solitary leopard cannot defend prey for extended periods. The response of the adult leopard occurs immediately and follows a coordinated pattern. A short signal is released that causes both cubs to change direction. All three move quickly toward the nearest tree and climb onto low branches. Claws secure onto dry bark as they remain concealed among leaves lit by sunlight. From this elevated position, the adult maintains distance from pressure below. Across the open savanna, survival depends not only on strength or speed, but also on selecting appropriate position and timing. On rocky cliffs at the edge of the forest, a baboon family begins the day with continuous activity. The sound of breaking branches and stones striking together carries as individuals move across uneven terrain. Movement across the group remains dense, but not disordered, because each individual follows an established pattern. At the highest position, the dominant male occupies a large rock. Thick brown-gray fur covers his body and stands out clearly against the light stone surface. Below the elevated position, females focus on caring for infant. They groom one another and maintain physical contact to preserve group cohesion. When unfamiliar individuals approach too closely, defensive responses appear through low vocal sounds and brief threatening gestures. Younger individuals spread across the area, climb low tree trunks, and move quickly across rock outcrops. Running, jumping, and rapid changes in direction strengthen adaptation to complex terrain. At a short distance, another group returns from foraging activity. They carry fruit roots and other food resources collected from nearby areas, while moving individuals exchange short vocal signals and clear gestures that form a communication system limited to the species. From the dominant male to reproductive females and developing infants. This coordination forms a tightly connected system that allows the group to respond effectively to environmental change. As the morning progresses, the entire troop expands its range to locate additional food sources. Led by the most vigilant individual, the group crosses tall grassland in an extended formation. Females carry infants toward the rear, while males maintain protective positions along the edges. Movement stops when a group of cheetahs appears at close range. The encounter causes both sides to pause and assess the situation. An alarm call from the baboons immediately triggers a collective response. Adult males rush forward and produce loud vocalizations while striking the ground with force. Faced with numerical advantage and coordinated action, the cheetahs do not maintain their position. They retreat quickly and yield space to the larger and more organized group. On the savanna, cohesion among individuals can be sufficient to deter fast-moving predators. Temporary absence of the adult leopard creates a gap in the protective system. Recognizing this condition, a group of baboons approaches the tree trunk. They move rapidly with agility and display risk-taking behavior when numerical advantage appears sufficient. Movement above disrupts stability in the immediate surrounding. Change occurs when the adult leopard returns to the area. A short, low sound is produced with enough intensity to halt all movement in the tree. Immediately afterward, the baboon group disperses and retreats in a disordered pattern. The adult leopard does not pursue. Distance remains unchanged, and the encounter ends at that point. Not far from this area, another system continues to exist and operate in a quiet and controlled state until its own timing emerges. Not far from the lion territory, another group of carnivores moves in a tight formation. They are African wild dog, a predator known for the most effective cooperative hunting strategy on the savanna. There is no fixed leader within the group. African wild dogs do not possess large body size or an imposing physical appearance. Hunting efficiency results from precise coordination and the ability to maintain speed over extended periods. Hunting success rates rank among the highest of all African predators. During the hunt, the pack applies wide-scale encirclement tactics. Prey is pressured from multiple directions at the same time and is forced to expend energy while the pack maintains constant pursuit. The chase ends when distance and endurance are no longer balanced. Although they receive less attention than lions or leopards, African wild dogs display a distinct survival model. Pack survival depends on high levels of coordination, shared resources, and collective discipline. Pups are raised by the entire group. Adult members prioritize food distribution to younger and weaker individuals before feeding themselves. This structure supports pack stability during periods of fluctuating food availability. Beneath the shade of a large acacia tree, a lion family rests during the hottest period of the day. At the center of the group stands an adult male with a thick, dark golden mane surrounding the head and neck. This mane creates a distinctive appearance and also provides protection during territorial confrontation. Surrounding the male are 3 adult females. At this time, they lie scattered in the shade to reduce energy expenditure. Beside the adults are cubs that remain active within the limited space of the pride. The lion cubs run, jump, and collide with one another through short and rapid movements. They test bite force, use claws, and change body position repeatedly on dry ground. Each action contributes to the development of basic skills required later in adult life. Within the pride, learning occurs through direct contact and observation. Unlike the leopard, which follows a solitary lifestyle, lions maintain survival through a stable pride organization. Each individual performs a specific function within this system. Females conduct most hunting activity, while the male fulfills a role in territory and pride defense. As the sun lowers toward the west, the resting phase ends. Beneath the acacia canopy, females shift body position and begin moving away from the shaded area. No distinct vocal signal is produced during this stage. At the edge of a nearby field, a herd of zebras grazes with moderate alertness. They do not detect the lionesses that have lowered their bodies and approach from multiple directions. Movement remains slow and uses wind direction and terrain to conceal presence. Lion hunting strategy does not rely on short-distance speed. Success results from formation discipline and precise coordination among hunting individuals. The hunt concludes and provides food for the entire pride. The male and cubs approach afterward. Pride order is maintained through rules formed by repeated behavior and collective experience. This structure allows the lion family to persist within the highly competitive savanna environment. However, the greatest threat to leopards today does not come from other predators. The primary pressure originates from human activity. Natural leopard habitat is shrinking at a rapid rate. Forests disappear. These changes reduce hunting success and limit territorial expansion. Leopards are currently classified as a vulnerable species. Several subspecies face severe decline due to habitat loss and direct conflict with humans. The adult female leopard continues to persist under increasingly harsh conditions. Hunting activity occurs more frequently to meet the demands of raising offspring. During the dry season, when food availability is limited, each hunt carries elevated risk. There is no pack structure and no support from other individuals. Survival depends entirely on sensory awareness, reaction speed, and adaptive strategy within a changing environment. On the savanna, leopards do not represent overwhelming force or numerical advantage. The continued presence of the species reflects the ability to maintain independence within an increasingly constrained ecosystem.